Hey Leo, thank you so much for joining me for your Written in the Stars 5-minute forecast for March. My name is Madeline and I've been studying astrology and tarot for a little over 20 years, so I just want to give you an idea of the kind of energetic waves coming into your life this month so you can surf them a little better and invite more magic into your life every day. And we really do kick off this month with a bang. We've got a Venus retrograde coming in soon, but even before that, right on March 2nd, we have a really beneficial aspect that we'll be feeling the benefits of for months, but the aspect is exact on March 2nd, so we can expect some really tremendous energy on that day. And that aspect is Jupiter opposite revolutionary Uranus. And Jupiter is the planet of generosity, growth, and abundance, and Uranus is the planet of revolution, rebellion, sudden progress, and shocking change. So when these two go, what they do in astrology is called oppose each other. They really energize each other at this angle when they're directly opposite. And this aspect really helps us break free and reach new levels. So a lot of us may have been feeling like in some way we were in a rut or feeling kind of bored and stagnant, like, okay, when are things going to change? I'm ready to move on and up. Now is really a time when a lot of us are going to be set free to move on and up. So again, this is a long-term aspect that we'll be enjoying for a while, but this is especially potent when it's exact. So really notice what's happening on March 2nd and the day or two right before and after. So generous Jupiter being in your house of thoughts and communications, he's opposing Uranus in your house of journeys and philosophy. So this is asking you to broaden your horizons in every way possible, from the kind of mundane everyday thinking that you do, which is that house of thoughts and communications, to the really broad-minded ninth house, journeys, philosophy, spiritual stuff that goes on in that house. So what do you want to learn more about? What do you want to read and write and share and talk more about? What really interests and fascinates and especially inspires you? That's the stuff that you want to be thinking and speaking about this month, and kind of getting out of your box and sharing your thoughts with people that you wouldn't normally meet. These could be exotic people from other countries or nationalities or ethnicities. It's like, it's time to mix it up. It's time to share. And Jupiter being in your house of thoughts and communications already foretells expansion in the way that you think. But all of this ninth house, like higher education, travel, again, broadening horizons kind of energy, says that you're going to be reaching new levels like in unprecedented, really exciting ways. Like you may do actual physical traveling around the 2nd, but all throughout the year up until October, there's the opportunity for that. Okay. So where would you like to travel? What topics would you like to immerse yourself in? It's a time of awakening and huge personal growth, so pay attention to those things that feel like they're calling you, those things that kind of won't leave your mind alone and keep kind of drawing your attention. Your perspective is set to become much more expansive and optimistic under this energy, and it really feels like so much more, everything really becomes possible for you this month, Leo, and that's not just in your head. What is in your head is only the beginning. Your perspective sets the stage for what can be. So get your perspective, set your stage in the best way possible this month. Learn everything you can, share everything that you can, and that's going to help you explode up into new levels, okay? It's the good kind of explode. Okay. So the next really exciting thing happening, and the thing that kind of gets everybody like, ooh, up in arms a little bit, is Venus will be in retrograde from March 6th until April 15th. And during March, she'll be in your house of journeys and philosophy, joining this big old party of several planets that are going to be moving into that house this month. So Venus in retrograde really isn't anything to be worried about. In fact, she can really bring a sense of peace and closure to things that, relationships or occurrences that kind of need to be tied up and finished up, things that need reviewing. So you could be experiencing a little bit of like recalling especially exotic or foreign relationships that you had that you wish had worked out better, or that you would like to revisit. Venus retrograde can sometimes bring reunions, the possibility of an old spark, an old flame coming back into your life and getting reignited. Now, whether or not that reignition becomes like a long sustaining blaze, that's of course up to you, and of course what's going on in your personal chart as well. but you definitely have the catalyst and the opportunity to make that happen if that's something that you've been thinking about. And I'd wager you have been thinking about it. Okay, so the next thing that's really important is on March 10th, Mars moves into your house of career and destiny, putting so much energy and motivation into who you are on the world stage, what you want to become, and what you want your legacy to be. Because Mars is action, energy, motivation, and this is the house of what they're going to write about you when they write your biography. If you were to end up in the history books, what would your legacy be? What would we be saying about you? So it's about getting to the level that you want, and right now you really have the passion and the power to make a lot of positive progress toward that. Put your shoulder into being the person that you want to be in 10 years. What would the best version of yourself do every single day? Start doing it. Now's the time, not later, not I will meditate when, or I will work out when, but I'll work out for 10 minutes. I'll meditate for 5. Take the small steps now. You're going to see much better consequences in the future if you start sooner. Okay, so March 12th, there is a full moon in your house of money and values. The full moon puts a spotlight on things that we really need to notice that either we may not have been noticing, or that emotionally speaking we've been kind of like trying to like slide under the rug. It's not that big a deal. It's not that important. So have you been paying enough attention to your money? Are you saving enough? Are you spending it well? It's time to really notice that this month, especially toward the middle of the month, Leo. You can tend to be a little bit extra generous. Are you overextending yourself? Are you living beyond your means? The full moon can bring a spotlight, and it brings a spotlight because there's either a culmination or a crisis happening around that. Sorry, my cat is trying to knock down stuff. Yeah, me too. She can't help but bring that Leo energy. She invades like all of your tarot readings too. It's so funny. But okay, so if you want to make more money, or if you want to change the way you handle it so that you enjoy it more, so that you feel more secure, because this is the house of net worth and self-worth. So it's like, how secure do I feel? How valued and valuable do I feel? You can achieve, you can gain more, you can feel better about yourself, and you can gain more of a sense of security, of confidence. It's time to think about how you can improve the way that you feel about your finances. So tweak your budget, look at everything. Don't sweep anything under the rug, don't feel shame, bring light to it, and then you can address it, okay? So not something to be ignored, not something to be ashamed of, Leo, something to be brought into the light. And I know, again, you're very generous, you like to be luxurious, you like to have more than enough. It's okay to acknowledge when you don't have more than enough and take steps to address that and make it better, okay? Okay, so on the 14th, Mercury moves into your 9th house, joining that whole party. Then a week later, the sun moves in there too to make it, you know, a little bit brighter and bigger. And then a week after that, the new moon will rise in Aries, your house of journeys and philosophy. So there's a huge, huge, huge spotlight on where your possibilities are taking you, what you think about the world, and where that new perspective is leading you, Leo. So you want something more. You want something bigger. You want to go places literally and figuratively. Some of you may want to publish or broadcast. You like my alfalfa thing I've got going here? Some of you may want to publish or broadcast your work, or otherwise take it out to the public eye. Take it out and make it so much bigger overseas, like land by sea. Thank God we have the internet, so you don't have to like cross the sea anymore to get published or broadcast over there. So do your thing, do it, make the blog, make the YouTube channel. At the very least, start doing it. Start writing the content down, start writing your ideas down. This is a fantastic, fantastic, powerful time for you to dive into a deep topic, to learn about it, or to share your views about it, okay? Whatever you do, don't bottle up these thoughts, these ideas, these inspirations. They're meant to take you places, amazing places. You're really looking over what you believe and what your perspective is. And this is a magnificent, wonderful time to figure out, is my perspective serving me or is it holding me back? And let me make some adjustments to it. You can be so much bigger even than you are already, Leo, and you know that you're a big personality. So those thoughts, that may just seem like small seeds of inspiration right now. Don't take them for granted, because they can really take you to amazing places, literally and figuratively, because there's definitely some huge travel opportunities here in your stars. So you're being you're being offered this level up at an unprecedented level. So go for it. Go for it, Leo. Big, big things can happen for you this month. You can go big new places and get your ideas out there in a way that you're not even expecting. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this is really helpful. If you have questions, I would love to hear them, whether in the comments or on social media. All that is linked below. And if you want a more personal reading, a more intimate look at your particular chart and the aspects affecting you, you could also book a one-on-one with me. I would love to work with you. My shop is linked below as well. I hope you have a fantastic month, and I will see you in April, Leo. Bye-bye.